So this is a vlog, I guess. As some of you know, I have been running recently, trying to train for my first half marathon, and it's been going okay, I guess. However, I am on the way to the doctor right now, Dr. Thomas Caniglione here in Oklahoma City, aka the running doctor, who I have seen 3 or 4 times now. Like in the winter time, back in February, I hurt my left leg. Ended up being a stress fracture from running in the wrong shoes. Some of you have heard me talk about that a little bit. So that was 15 weeks of being out, no running or anything like that. And so all the progress I had made at that point was out the window. That kind of sucked. The recovery was hard. But I started running again at the end of May, so I missed the OKC Memorial Half Marathon, which would have been my first, no big deal. So now I'm training for the Route 66 Half Marathon in Tulsa on November 19th. But last Friday, I got up early and ran a couple miles. Was planning on doing like 4 or 5, ended up only doing 2 because my leg started hurting again, except this time it's not my left leg, it's my right leg, which is a complete bummer. The injury feels very much similar to what happened to my left leg. Probably not as extreme, the pain isn't quite as extreme, but it's in like the exact same spot, and the pain is very similar, so it's been bothering me a little bit. So I haven't ran again since Friday. And I'm trying not to be completely freaked out because with that last injury, like I said, I was out 15 weeks and I'm right in the middle of training. Like I did a long run a couple weekends ago of 8 miles, which felt awesome, no pain with that. So it's totally weird to me that after running only 2 miles on Friday, I have this really weird pain in my right shin now. And so I just took it easy over the weekend and then called Dr. Caniglione yesterday to make an appointment for as soon as possible. So, trying not to be bummed, trying not to freak out yet. I'm gonna wait and see what he says, but I will post another video, I guess, once I get a prognosis from him. Stay tuned. So I just saw Dr. Tom, and he's amazing, by the way. Thomas Caniglione at OSSO in Oklahoma City. He's awesome. He confirmed what I was afraid of, which is on my right leg experiencing early stages of a similar stress fracture to what I had last time, but I caught it quickly this time. So he did some fun stuff, like he put a little support deal in my right shoe and switched up the way the laces go, like a different lacing pattern, all to get my foot in the right position so that it puts less stress on that shin bone, which is all cool. He wants me to stretch vigorously, in his words, my IT bands this week to get the leg loose. And then he actually, I did not think this would happen, but he actually wants me to run this weekend. Land Runners in Oklahoma City for the half marathon, has a 9 mile training run this weekend, and he actually wants me to do that and see how it goes, and then call him and let him know if I don't actually see him out at Land Runners, call him and let him know how that run goes. So I'm gonna try that. I don't know how many miles I'll get in, but we're gonna see. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, kind of it was what I was afraid of, but Dr. Caniglione acts like I can, since we caught it a little earlier, that I can train through it maybe, and then it might be okay. So I will keep you posted. IT band stretches. So this is the first time I've attempted to run in about a little over a week after my most recent leg injury again. Training run was supposed to be 9 miles today. I'm just gonna give it a go, see how many miles I can get in. I doubt I'll get in 9 because my leg is still a little sensitive on the shin bone, but I'm just gonna run like a little loop around my neighborhood here and see how many miles I can get in. So see you soon. So I'm about 1 3/4 miles into a run. My leg feels okay, but I need to stop and take a breather. I'm gonna finish it out and get about 3 miles in, it looks like, so I'm really happy that my leg isn't totally jacked up. I mean, it's a little sore, but I've been able to run on it. My pace, I've just been taking it a little slower than I usually do. Also, just because in the last 2 weeks I've only ran 2 miles until this morning, so that's not a lot. I've been resting quite a bit, so coming back out here this morning felt a little rough. Anyway, even just on the lungs and stuff. So I'm gonna finish this out, get about 3 miles in, keep you guys updated some more. So I just finished up 3 miles. It ended up being more like a walk run type scenario. I had to walk a couple times. Like I said, my leg's a little sore, but I got in the whole 3 miles. I'll continue to run this week like every other day probably. Just continue to see how it goes, but I will keep you guys posted. That was harder than I thought it would be, lungs wise too. It's just hot out here this morning. It was like 72 and the dew point's up a little bit. I'm also like dripping sweat, as you can probably see. So that was hard for a lot of reasons, but I'm gonna keep at it. For sure not gonna quit this thing, which is kind of the point of this whole series of why I'm recording these videos, which I will get to in the next video and explain a lot more about why I am doing this and who I am. Until then,